Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is video 2 in our Eclectic Heirloom series or book. What we're going to do now is we're going to work on a flip out from one of the pages, and it's kind of a little double deal. And I'm going to keep my notes kind of handy here because I have measurements on here that I need to refer to. So I'm going to put these over here. You'll still be able to see them. So let me move my mouse to my laptop. Oh, my computer room is still, my craft room / computer room is still a big mess. And I have to reach across to where the camera is to get to my laptop that controls my recordings. So I apologize when you see me do that. And like I said, I'm going to keep my notes kind of close for this. We're going to need a couple of manila folders. I don't think it's going to matter whether they're center or left or right tabbed, but I'm going to continue on with my center tabs because that way I'm starting with the same size for each one. Now, in most of the rest of these that we're going to be doing, we're probably going to cut the folders in half. So we'll be cutting the tabs off, and then we'll be cutting them in half so that we can get certain size pages. You're going to need quite a few manila folders to make this. I actually buy them 100 at a time. So I think it's like $12 on Amazon. And I have that box right next to me at my feet. We are not going to use 100, but I would say that we're probably going to use 10. So by the time we get done, because we're going to have to cut them apart to get the right sizes. Okay, so I've decided to use the prototype. It came out a little more square than the one we did in video 1. The video 1 result was fine, just the front and the back pages kind of stuck out a little bit more, which actually made it look a little bit more like a book, because the covers on a book, you know, usually stick out a little bit more, but they didn't really stick out a little bit more at the top and the bottom, so you know, it's all relative. So I'm using the prototype, and the first thing I want you to do is to number your pages. So our cover is going to be number 1, or these are our base pages. And then we're going to have page 2 and 3, and this has a 3/8 inch gusset. And then remember we have this, well, let's do this first. 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, and then the back, which is 8. Okay, now remember I told you that I made a joke about I couldn't find the pockets. I couldn't remember where the pockets were. Well, this is why. Because the pockets are right here on page 3, and it's actually a double pocket. So there's 2. So because there's 3 layers of manila folder glued together. So we have a pocket here and a piece of manila folder, and then another pocket here. So I think I might, we're going to put stuff in the pockets, so don't worry. And they're going to stick up at the top, so we won't need to cut out thumb holes. Yay. And we'll get to that later on. Okay, right now we're going to go to the back, and we're going to work on page 7. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a double flip out, and then we're going to put another piece in the middle on the left side. Yay! All right, so let me move this out of the way. These are my stack of folders. We don't need any ink or anything at this time unless you're inking your manila folders, which I already warned you. You would have to do a lot of inking, and you're going to have to ink everything before you glue it in most cases. So that's totally up to you, and yeah, I'm just going to ink the papers. In fact, I really wouldn't have to do that except for the fact that the edges are white. The core is white because the back of the paper is white. All right, so let's set these to the side for just 1 second. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut 2 pieces at 7 inches wide. No, that's not right. 7 inches tall. So this is going to be 6.5 by 7. I've got it written down backwards. 6.5 by 7 inches tall. Okay. I probably did it backwards down here too, but I'll fix it when we get to it. So let's get a manila folder. Victim number 1. Let's set this to this over here for just a second. And we're going to, remember we still have our cardboard blade on here. And we're going to cut the tabs off, or the tab off. Okay, then we're going to cut 2 pieces at 6.5 by 7. So that means we're going to need to cut this in half. You know, I'm hungry again. Why? I actually had someone make a comment that they were actually eating dinner, and I knew it. I knew you guys were eating while I was doing this. Or at least while you were watching it. What is wrong here? Well, it doesn't matter because we're not going to use that piece. Oh, I know why. Because that little wrinkle was on there. All right, I'm going to put you on hold for just 1 second. Okay, I actually had you on pause overnight. So it's now 5:15 in the morning and not 5:15 in the evening. And I want to make sure that we're all caught up. So we've numbered our pages, and we're going to cut 2 6.5 by 7 inch pieces. So that's what I did here. Is I'm cut the folder in half. So that should be where we're at. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this because I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little bit of a lip there. And it looks like it's crooked because the lip does not go all the way down, or the lip part was a little bit crooked. It's right where the center of the natural or the factory fold is. So I'm going to trim that off because I don't want to accidentally put it on my page. Okay, this blade is so bad that I am going to have to use a different blade. And so we're going to cut a page 6.5 by 7. Now we need to score it at 1/2 inch on the long side, on the 7-inch side. So we have score lines here, which I just realized, and we have to score it at 1/2 inch, which is 2 lines. So why don't we go ahead? No, that's not going to work because we're part of the way into it. I'm going to trim this one more time with the other blade. This one's going in the trash. So apparently this one is going to be used for this project and may end up being my cardboard blade. Let me go over just a little bit. I've got a torn area here in the corner that I want to, you know what, actually I'm not going to do that because 7 inches is not the full length of this. So let's make it 6.5 inches wide. That's 6 1/4. Oh, 6.5 is such a pain. but we do need 6.5. See how that works? By 7. And my heater turned on. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm freezing. Okay. And then we need to cut another one. Six and a half. By 7. Okay, so now we've got those two, and we're going to get our scoreboard out, she says confidently, reaching behind her into the giant mess. Okay, now on this long side, the 7-inch side, we're going to score 1/2 inch. So that means we're going to score at 6. This is a manila folder, so you want to make sure to score it really well. Okay. And we're going to fold it. We're going to burnish it. And then we're going to rinse and repeat for the other one. Kind of funny, you guys always knowing what time it is. But is it AM or PM? I think if you were in a guess, you would probably guess AM, and you would probably be right most of the time, even if it says 2:30 or 3 o'clock. Yes, I am a crazy person. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make like a double fold out. So we're going to glue these to each other, actually. So we're going to glue the first one here, like this. We're going to miter the corners so that when we put the paper on, it doesn't really show. By mitering the corner, I just mean trimming it a little bit from the fold that we made to the end of the page. Hopefully I remember to do this all the way through the book. I usually have a bad habit of forgetting. So if you see me forget to do it before I glue it, let me know. Like I don't record these way ahead of time. I actually have another whole series going out before this one goes out. So if anything goes wrong, I'll make a new one. So now I didn't want this to be the full size of the page. Let me burnish that with this since it's a manila folder. This is heavy. It's a Teflon bone folder. And this flat edge here, and it's heavy, makes a nice burnish on there. Even on a manila folder, and in fact especially on a manila folder. Okay, so we're going to glue this one to here, and we're going to put it in the approximate center. There's no actual major need. Now, you know, since we're putting paper on the back, no, you would still see it. Let's hide it inside. So we're going to put glue on the flap. That's going to be against this paper. All right. No, I know it's all right because I'm telling you that's what we're doing. Now this is a construction part, so we're going to need to make sure we've got enough glue to hold it on there. And enough glue that I can move it around a little bit. Now if you look at it this way, you can just push it right up against the edge of the page. And then it should be straight. Now we're going to do the same thing again, only we're going to do it this way. Okay. Easy peasy. And that's going to make a double fold out for us. This is easy. This is easy, even though when you look at it when it's finished, you probably think, wow, how did that person do that? Or you wouldn't think that because you know. But I mean a lay person. I love that. We're professionals, so a lay person looking at this would probably wonder how we did it. And put this in the approximate center. And by that I mean I'm not measuring. Slide it down just a little bit. Now how did I manage to do that? I scored the wrong side. We could leave it that way. Because see, now it's a 1/2 inch long. I was going to say we could leave it that way and put a charm on it, but if we were going to do that, I would want it to be a tab. So we're going to trim it as soon as the glue's dry. That's all right though, because it's one size smaller even yet. So that's kind of cool, even though I did do it the wrong way. So make sure to keep your eye out on that for that mistake. If you make that mistake, first let's make sure no glue seeped through. Okay, now we're just going to open it up all the way and put it on the paper trimmer. Whee! Going quite a ways there. And we're going to trim a 1/2 inch off. And that should fix our problem. Let's see. Yes. So I was off by 1/2 inch because I turned the page the wrong way when I scored it. This is my pile of miscellaneous folder pieces already. Just so you know. You're going to have a lot of those. Okay. So now we've got that. Let's burnish this one more time. I really don't want it sticking up. Okay, and now we may have to put a Velcro dot. Or should we put a magnet? That would hold the whole thing down, wouldn't it? I think maybe we'll put a magnet down. If we put it back here, and we need a magnet on the back side, if we put something else on here, then we would already have a magnet here. Let's do that. I don't even know how many magnets I have left. I need to order some. I have 4. All I need is 2. Well, actually, I have 2. And then some pieces. So there's the 2. And put our pieces back in the box. They're still magnetized. You can still use them for something small. Okay, so let's put a magnet. Let me slide them apart here. Let's put, I'm trying to think, do I want to put it here or do I want to put it on the top side? Because if I put it on the top side, this is me thinking. I should put it on the back side. Because we're going to have paper and stuff on here and pockets, and this will make it as close to the back one as possible. That's why I'm thinking maybe we should put it in here so it doesn't have to go through that extra layer of manila folder. But then again, that's going to be a pain in the rear end. So let's lay it flat. Let's fold it over. Hopefully we won't end up wasting 2 magnets like I did in a couple other videos. And end up having to use a Velcro dot. But that's why I put them closer together. So that holds that shut. Because once we do that, we're going to open this. We're going to cut another piece. Uh, 6 inches by 4 inches. Do we want it to be 6? Oh, yes we do. Maybe we don't. Six inches by 4 inches. Oh yeah, we're going to take an inch off. Yeah, let's make it 6 by 4. I had to look at my notes there. I told you I was going to need my notes. Okay, let's see what I've got for scraps. Don't really have... I wonder if instead of making 1... or this would actually work. No, it wouldn't. Actually, it would. I think it would. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue another piece over here that folds this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it, we're going to put it over this. But we don't need to now. So we're just going to put it under. That's why I'm thinking this scrap piece would work. Because now all I need to do is trim that a little bit to say here. If I trimmed it a little bit more, we could put 2. Let me see what other ones with a fold already in it that I have. They're going to be long, and they're all fuzzy edged because I used that other blade. This one, and then they would both fit on the page. How cool would that be? How much stuff are we going to fit in here? Because we're going to have to paper it all. But oh, I know why. Because I was gonna glue it. Let me think about this for a second. I wanted to glue it If I glue it to here though, then it covers up this page. So what I really want to do is, do I want to glue it on the back side of there? No. Let me put you on pause for just a second while I think about this. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a piece, and we're going to use a hinged scrap. Okay, then we're going to put the gusset side on the bottom, which has the pre-made gusset lines. Then we're going to make sure this is open. We're going to glue it to this gusset. I forgot. That's what I wanted to do, because this folds like this, and that gives us this 1/2" gusset here. And so we're going to fold this to the 1/2, and we're going to glue it to that gusset. So we're going to go to the second line from the center fold. We're going to fold it right here. I have my craft room sweater on. I have it's so big and bulky that I have to roll the sleeves way up. Okay, so now that gives us this, and it's fine that it's not even. I have no problem with that. Okay, so now we're going to glue it onto this gusset. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover this flat part with glue. Trying to make sure to keep under the camera. I may move the camera angle again, move it out a little bit. I'm sorry for the two people that seem to have trouble. I mean, I apologize. I don't mean like, oh, so sorry. I don't mean it that way. Where do we want to put it? Do we want to put it in the center? If we put it at the bottom, we can partially see it here. So let's put it towards the bottom. So I'm just going to put it right on that gusset. And we're going to glue it down. Let's make sure it hasn't moved, which it did. Let's get our dry wet wipe out. Wipe up any extra glue. Let's check the other side. Let's check our fold. So if we leave this open, this was the plan. We leave it open, we close this, then we close this, and then this closes. How does that work? That works perfect. Okay. Now, I'm wishing I had put the magnet here, which I can still do because it's just taped. And this is why you tape them away from the edge as well, because Scotch tape will pull up the top layer of a manila folder. Believe it or not. Take the magnet out. Get out of there. We're going to put it on the back side of this one. And then, of course, that means we'll have to move. Well, yeah. Let's put this up here, though, so that it's holding the thickest part of our pile here. Let's put that there. Now let's close it, and let's put our magnet down. Now we want to be careful. Start from the side. You definitely know you don't want to tear. And then pull away. Pull away. Now this one, I'm just going to sneak the magnet out and put the tape right back down. Fortunately, that landed right in my lap. Let's see if I can do that. Probably not. Go ahead and take the tape off. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Now, where's our new spot? Let's see, we might be in trouble already. Oh, we're just not far enough in. There it is. There we go. All right. I'm very cautious on this one because we're adding 2 more layers to hold this. Let's see how well it's holding. Not at all. Because, oh, because we have it on the gusset. That's why. We'll just Velcro dot this one. To this page. I didn't even think about that. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, it's going to do it anyway because it's on the gusset. So we're going to have to Velcro it, dot it down no matter what. Wow. Okay, so let's put this back on here. And let's move this back where it was. This has become exciting. Magnet mania. Okay. Using up a lot of Scotch tape here. See, you guys made me snort laugh. Now, come on. It's all your fault. Always. Just so you know, it's always going to be your fault. Okay, so this is going to be in the center here. I'm almost not liking it now. Because it's going to stick straight up because it's on the gusset. Because when we open it, yes, I'm going to take this off. I think I still have time. And then I'll use my glue eraser to get this little bit of glue off. Because it's on the gusset. I should have thought about that. If I need to, if the glue eraser does not get that off, don't want it on my gusset, then I can always cut the top flap off and glue the bottom one to the gusset. Oh, it looks like it's coming right off. These are, you can get these on Amazon. They're a type of a rubber eraser. And the rough surface takes the glue right up. Fabri-Tac anyway, because it rolls it up in little balls, as you can see. Okay. Crisis averted. Okay, so I'd still want to put something over here. So I'm wondering if I put this here. I think it's too small. I think that's what the problem is. Not if I just fold it flat. If I just fold it flat and glue it here, but then when I put paper and stuff on it, it's going to stick out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, one of my neighbor's car alarms is going off. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Probably can. I'm thinking if we glue this here, it will fold like this. It's just because my finger's in there that it isn't. So I think we'll do that instead. Let's see. This is a lesson in building. No, seriously, I'm not kidding, and I'm not trying to. Oh no, my dog's going to bark at the car alarm. All right, so now let's see what's going to happen if I glue it down now. And I glue it down not on the gusset, just on the page flat. Then it should just make another flap for us. Yeah. Puts more layers for the magnet. Where's the magnet? Okay, the magnet's over here. So let's put it down here. That way the magnet isn't got more layers to go through. Has a little bit more to hold down. Well, the worst case scenario is that we start doing it and we realize that we need to use a Velcro dot and we've got magnets glued in here and papered and they're gone. Okay, so I like the idea of having the extra look of the layers down here, and yeah, so let's put that down. So let's glue the same area. Actually, do that. Glue it flat. This will lay flat, so then this can open, and then this is going to be scored, so then this should open. It'll make its own little gusset. Okay, let's glue it down and try it out. Let's glue it down and try it out. Worst thing that could happen is we pull it up again and we do it quicker. Okay. And I'm going to glue it just a little bit in from the gusset. I don't want it to interfere with the closing, opening and closing. Kind of eyeball it for it being straight by looking at it along here. Let's look at that and see what happens. Yeah, they both kind of stick up, but that's okay. They'll be heavier once they get paper on them. Okay. Now, the only thing is, I should have papered this first, because now we're going to have to do something with this little area right here. I'm going to move it back. It should be fine. As long as we put it just inside. Now let's make sure it can fold. Because I don't want to have to deal with figuring out how to paper this inside part right here. Okay. That should be fine. Okay, so now what we've done, besides a bunch of problem solving, that's what happens. This now, what we're doing is still prototyping basically, because I haven't cut these ahead of time. All I did was make measurements in my brain, right? And decide that that's what I wanted to do. So there was a chance that it wasn't going to work. There was a big chance it wasn't going to work. But that's okay because we fixed it. So now we can actually do this. Well, no, that'll make it stick up. But, so now what we have, okay, is we have this. We have this page with our double pocket on top, double pocket. Open that there. Open this here. Then this opens here. This opens like this. This opens like this. We still should have papered it first, but I will deal with it. I will deal with it by putting a pocket across here. That's how I'll deal with it. Okay? So, and then this opens like this. Opens like that, and it opens like that, and then you can open it like that. Okay? So that's what we've done this session. And it looks really cool because you've got all these different layers right here. And like I said, with the magnet, it's always a good idea that I have, and then I'm working with manila folders, and then everything gets too thick, and then my magnets don't work, and I end up Velcro dotting them. That's okay. The magnet may work, and then I don't have any troubles. Oh, their car alarm's going off again. Yay, whatever cat jumped on it apparently jumped on it again. All right, so anyway, and then we've got our back page, and I'm going to clean up any of these little pieces of paper. Make sure my tape is down flat because this paper isn't super thick. So we don't want any lumps and bumps. You know what I mean? So I'll trim that off just to make sure. Okay? So that's what we've done in this video, and that makes it the end. And I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.